Everybody. Co-founders here at Pebble. My name is Jesse. Got my other co-founder here.
Kevin. Hi, everyone.
Well, we are doing this live again. We decided to come back to doing these updates live. We'd love to engage with you guys. So wherever you guys are joining us from, you got questions, throw in the chat. We're going to address those. But yeah, we're basically just jump right into our monthly updates for you guys. And so again, we do this every single month. If you are following us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. That bell icon will notify you when we're on live. And then
I had my notification just pop up a minute ago.
There you go. Facebook. I don't know what it is on Facebook. This is all over on Facebook as well. But yes, this is our June feature updates for Pebble. So let's jump right into things, Kevin. The first thing I want to talk about are our new books. We got these finally done. I'm super excited. So the first one is called Real Land Talk. This is a 200-pager of just all the gems that we took from the conversations we've had on the Land Investing Business Secrets podcast. And it's super actionable. Just we even summarized the key takeaways in here. You're going to love this. And I'm going to share with you where you can grab this for free. The other book here is a very new one called If I Were to Start Land Again. You can't get these off of Amazon. You can only get in one place. And this book I'm really excited about. This is really, really current. It's got a number of people on here. You know, you might have heard of people from like Ajay to Alicia over at Supercharged Offers to Jaron to Travis King to Seth Williams and so on and so forth. This is all about if they were starting out land, how would they get started today? And these books are available. So if you head over to what I call the Dirt Hacker Challenge, I do this every month. It's a 3-day, call it a boot camp, call it what you want, but we get in the nitty gritty of really getting you on track to scaling a business. I think the word should be like building a sustainable business, really, even before scaling a business. And so it took Kevin and I a long time to really start thinking in that mindset. And so I go through what I call the hack framework. I won't spoil it all now, but we're talking about how do we create processes? When should we be building automations? Now we're talking about AI in there as well, generative AI, and how can we use that to complete tasks like cleaning up our lists and whatnot, property analysis and whatnot, to things like building your team. How do we actually hire? I will not talk about pricing. I will not talk about mailers. Yes, I will dabble into Pebble as well. There's some mechanical things we're going to go through, especially on the automation side of things. Hiring, our hiring funnel that Kevin and I both use, a framework that we both use, the 90-day game plan as well when we're onboarding somebody onto our team. I cover this all in the Dirt Hacker Challenge. I made it super accessible. It is, I don't know, a few Starbucks drinks. That's all it costs. Head to dirthackerchallenge.com. I will send you this for free. And then you'll also get a chance to get this book as well. I also will send you my good friend Travis King, his book, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But anyways, it's coming up. Next one is June 17th. That's my birthday. But and then I do one every month after that. So dirthackerchallenge.com, 2 new books. I'm so excited to get these in your hands. So that's the new book side of things.
Awesome. Excited for that.
Let's jump into Pebble, Kevin. Let's talk about what we got listed here on the bottom of the screen. Improved contacts. And by the way, you can engage with us. I believe somebody can just say hello. I just want to make sure that you guys can actually communicate with us. I'm not seeing anything pop up, but if you can comment or whatever on the platform, there you go. We're seeing something come through. Cool. All right, Kevin, let's start off with the first one there, improved contacts.
Okay, yeah. So this is something that we've people have been asking about for a little while. And basically, we have this notion of a contact. So when you bring in a list, we split out that list into properties and contacts. And then when leads come in, you're able to create a deal associated with a contact with that deal. But what we've been missing is sort of a high-level view of all of my contacts, and let me search for contacts categorize a contact by a type, and export contacts. So all of these things that we're used to doing with properties, we want to also be able to do with our contacts. So we've been adding some new features to allow that. So you'll notice now that we have this top level navigation item here in the sidebar, contacts. That's new as of just a few weeks ago. And this is the contacts page that's already always existed, but it's been sort of hidden. And so now we have a full overview of all of the contacts we've ever brought into Pebble, either through a list or manually adding them or adding them through a deal. So we can do things now like export our contacts, right? We've got this export all that will give us a CSV file. We can bulk delete contacts if we know there's a set of contacts that we, maybe mistakenly added, or we want to just delete contacts at a certain time. We can go ahead and do that. We can search for contacts in a little bit better way. So you can search by phone numbers. And then we also have some really cool features coming where we can, let me just open this contact. So we've added a bunch of information to this page. So you can now see all the linked deals with a contact, easily navigate to that deal. We give you all of the properties that are associated with that contact, any conversations I've had, anytime I've mailed this person through a campaign. If this person's enrolled in a follow-up plan, those will all show up there. So really gives you kind of a high-level feature, a high-level overview of everything about this contact. One thing we've also done, which is not here yet, but will be here very, very soon, is an alternate phone number. So you can add not just the primary phone number, but a secondary phone number. So if you have like a cell and a home phone, you can add both of those in there. So a small feature, but we know that a lot of people will get some use out of that. And lastly, we have the ability to categorize contacts. So you can say specifically, is this person a buyer? Are they a seller? Are they a funder, a developer, a real estate agent? And we'll have a whole list of these contact categories that you can utilize to further specify what type of person this is, so that I can so that you can know what that person represents. So that's the updates with contacts, and yeah, lots of stuff there.
Awesome. Great. Well, let's jump into. Oh, I'm the big one now here. There we go. Oh. Let's jump into talking. Coming back to contacts, we're doing a lot of work in the contact side of things. So just so that you guys have context, Pebble never launched with contacts, and now we're much more of a full-fledged CRM. There is this notion of contacts, and we're certainly putting more work and thought into the contacts area as well. So you're able to do a lot within the contacts now. You can enroll them into automations, enroll them into follow-ups. You're going to have more control over that. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to bring that into the main navigation now, because it was always accessible, but you're going to be, doing more on that contact level as well. So think about like Kevin said, your buyers, your sellers, real estate agents and whatnot. So there's certainly going to be more functionality within that area. Cool. Let's talk about campaigns. We've improved a number of things within the campaigns area.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work with campaigns. A lot of it is sort of behind the scenes to make campaigns more efficient and handle things a little bit better. But a big thing that you will notice now, if you go to a campaign, let's just pull open this test campaign here. And what we have now is the ability to filter a little bit more granularly, and we're going to be continuing to ship additional filters here, but we can now filter things like a tag. So this is great if you want to tag your properties as, say, you want to tag like, say, some subdivision or something. You could go in here and search your campaign records by a specific subdivision, and I don't have any in that subdivision or infill, but if we go and we'll just grab this here and got all tags, and infill would be one that we could filter by and get those. So we're able to filter by specific tags. We will also be able to filter by specific deal boards. So this can be a great thing if you want to filter out anybody that I've already contacted in the past. So, if Janet is somebody that I mailed 3 months ago and I'm bringing in a new list and Janet happens to be on that list, well, I don't really want to mail Janet again because I'm already talking to Janet. So we'll now be able to search by all contacts that are part of an existing deal, and I can just filter her out and delete her from this campaign. So that can be a great thing, and that will be coming very shortly as well.
So, Kevin, with this ability to filter things, right? We can filter and manipulate a list depending on certain filters.
Mm-hmm.
And this should be just as important, if you're doing a non-mailing campaign. So, like, don't think of Pebble as just, that we're looking after mailing. No, you can do your cold calling, you can do but you can now filter down your list, spit it out, and give it to your cold caller, and give it to your mass texting platform, whatever it is. We should be able to, exclude and include things. Is that right, Kevin?
Yeah, you'll be able to filter things down, delete records from a campaign that you don't want. If you've classified a property as something I don't want to mail to,
Yep.
a year ago, well, we should be able to delete those records from your campaign so that that you're not going to be mailing to properties that you may have deemed not worth it in the past.
Yep. Awesome. Guys, again, you guys are watching live. Throw your chat, your questions. JK, thanks for saying hi. Dwight, thanks for saying hi. A few of you guys saying hi here. Feel free to throw your questions in the comments wherever you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. We will see it on our platform here, and then we'll address those at the Q&A. Otherwise, if there's no Q&A, we will wrap it up. All right, let's jump into our improved boards. I know we made a lot of changes here recently, and I can barely even keep up with the amount of changes going on the board. A lot of things that have been requested, we've got in here. I'm really excited about this, but go ahead, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so really, really cool stuff. First of all, we've made things much more efficient. So you will just notice in general that things will feel more snappy going around the boards. Moving cards between columns will just feel a lot snappier. So that's really important for us, making things performant, and we've done a lot of work there. The other thing is we've really tried to bring more information here onto the individual cards. So now we will show you, in this case, we have James who's enrolled in a follow-up plan. So we now will see that right on the card. Okay, James is enrolled in a follow-up plan, and I can see that follow-up plan happening as James is on my board. So I don't have to actually go into the deal to see that progress happening. So I can see that right there. We can see the properties associated with a deal. Here. So we can see each property that's associated with the deal. We can see which tasks need to be done. And we've also now shown at the very top of our columns here how many total deals we have in this column. This can be great for knowing, where's my bottleneck? Do I have a due diligence bottleneck because I've got 13 deals in here? Maybe that signals that I need to work on my process there. And then we also will roll up the entire value of each of those deals. So I can very quickly see, like, okay, I've got potentially $125,000 worth of value here in my due diligence column. And that should let me make some decisions on where I need to focus my energy. Hopefully that should be in the columns that have the most value. So those are just some small things we've done to the boards here. And we'll continue to be adding some additional things coming soon.
I'll add one here, Kevin, that you didn't mention because we don't see it here, is you can now preview the property's image. So if you have an image, a thumbnail will pop up here. Now, on this account, Kevin doesn't have any images.
Let's go ahead and add one real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll go
So
find.
this is really nice because a lot of us like to, we visualize a lot of our properties in a certain way. So we can assign that, and you can easily have a view of that on the deal board now as well. So whenever you upload an image here, it'll take that as the default image.
Mhm. So we'll go ahead
And
and upload a random image of our office. We've got now this property now. I mean, obviously, if you're taking a drone shot or you just grab an image off of Google, you can go upload that to your property. And then if I go back to my deal now, I will see that image there on the property and also on my deal board. So this can be great for those of you who are more visual people. You want to be able to quickly see, like, okay, which deal or which property is this deal referring to? Now we can do that right here from our board. We can see that image right there. So that can really help for the visual side of things.
yeah, awesome. Great. I think that covers a lot of it. There's some changes that are coming up. I won't mention too much, but I mean, just adding the image here, you're going to have the opportunity to, you know what? I won't get into it. But anyways, you have the thumbnails here. You can see like we're working a lot. Kevin and the entire product team are working hard at this. Crafting out all these features and whatnot. And we continue to keep an open ear and eye to the community. Whether it's on Facebook. I know most of us land investors live on Facebook, and YouTube as well. So again, if you're not following us, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. This is your time for Q&A. It's sometimes kind of awkward because we just kind of wait around and see if there's a bit of a delay. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. If you guys have any questions, let's see about things like feature requests or technical support. Just email us. We're happy to take care of you guys there. But if there are any sort of questions with what we've shown you or something that you've heard or saw or whatever, please throw in the chat. Happy to address that. Again, we do this every single month. I'm really excited for the upcoming months here. We've got a big thing that we're really excited about coming up. But anything else that we need to mention here, Kevin, as we sort of wrap this feature updates roundup here?
We've got some big changes coming. We're not quite ready to share them. I think next month will be when we do. So stay tuned for a big update there. But we're working really hard behind the scenes on some pretty big updates coming. Yeah, we're going to be changing a little bit of how the campaigns work. So you'll now be able to preview how much a campaign will cost, and you can actually be a little bit more thorough on selecting different mailing types, and it'll tell you what that mailing type will cost and what your estimated costs are, and then you'll be able to prepay for that campaign before it goes out. So should alleviate some confusion over when things get charged and how they get charged. So that'll be another feature that's coming up here shortly.
Awesome. So we got a question here from JK Gravit here. Will you guys ever create a SMS blast option too? So
Yes.
Kevin, do you mind if I sort of tap into this first of all?
Please, yeah, go ahead.
So I want you guys to understand, Kevin and I continue to work on a product, and we're very clear about our mission here, which is to streamline the land investing business model. Now, when we're starting to now trek into the area of marketing and looking at, doing sort of different tactics, this is where we sort of, we're focused on scaling and streamlining marketing tools like SMS Blast and Email Blast. That isn't our primary focus. We also get confused sometimes with a data list provider. We're not focused on that. We're very, very hardcore on the things that we're focused on, and we're very clear on that. Now, SMS blast option. So you can certainly send out a text message. The world of SMS, as you guys know, as of October, has been very, very in the gray. You're going to hear people that are pretty much trying to fly under the radar. We're in the software world, and we hear a lot of different things with other industries, how SMS is getting shut down. I know a lot of you guys are getting, some of you guys are getting success. Some of you guys are getting no success with it anymore. But I want to be clear. This is not a path we're going to go down, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is, we've made a very conscious decision on this one. So
Yeah.
Okay. Not breaking the bad news, just sort of breaking the realistic news here. I don't know how much longer texting is going to be around, and for us to spend
Yeah.
development time and then get into the gray with that can be a bit troublesome for us. So, and again, we're very clear on what we're doing with Pebble here as a product.
And to be clear, we do allow texting to individuals that you are having ongoing conversations with. That's a core part of Pebble. When somebody reaches out to you, you are able to have text message conversations there, and you can do that all you want. The gray area is the unsolicited mass texting. That's where really the industry, like the telecom industry, think like the Verizons and the AT&Ts of the world, are dead set against this idea of mass texting, and they are working very, very hard and with like the Justice Department and laws to make sure that this gets shut down as quickly as possible. And if we are to go down that path, we put ourselves in legal jeopardy. So there's some very careful treading of water that we have to do. So we've made the decision. If you want to do mass texting, there's other services that are willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
Please go use them, and then switch them over to Pebble when you've actually contacted somebody and they want to have a conversation with you.
But don't forget, I've got a great article on the best practices of mass texting and how to tie that into Pebble, because we can tie into platforms like Launch Control, like Smarter Contact, and they actually have been working with us, and you can push to CRM. I won't get into that now. If you're interested, comment. I can get you the link for that article on the best practices. Yeah. Bruce, you're asking here. Bruce, welcome. I'm rather new to Pebble. Awesome. Great to have you. Do you do these updates meetings monthly? Yeah, we do. And so we try to announce this within the app. There's a little pop-up when about a week out, we'll announce it in an app. We'll announce it on social groups as well inside of Facebook. We'll do it on our Instagram as well. And then that's why I said on YouTube, that's probably the best place. Subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when we're live. But it will also be recorded. You can watch it onto YouTube. Awesome, Dwight. I will make sure to comment I'll go back into YouTube. We'll get you that link for you to understand the best practices for texting. Dwight, will you create an option to send automated messages through connected people on platforms like Facebook or Instagram?
So there is, specifically with Facebook and Instagram, Facebook has decided to be very, very restrictive on what third-party platforms like Pebble can do. They do not, there's lots of platforms that give us what we call an API that lets us just connect right in and say, send a message to person A and all that. Facebook has specifically said, we don't want to allow people to do that. So it's probably not something that we'll be able to do anytime in the near future unless Facebook changes their policies. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's going to be up to Facebook. Facebook exposes certain things for a third-party application to get access to. They want you to use their Messenger app. They want you on their platform. They'll do anything to get you and keep you on their platform. So maybe talk to the big Zuckerberg about that one. But yeah, not as of right now, because it's just not possible. Yeah. Awesome. These are great questions, guys. Thanks for coming out, joining us live here. Again, we do this every month, so we hope to see you guys around. We're around in several different places. Instagram, I'm personally on there, so that's pebble.rei. YouTube, you can comment, you can ask questions. We're there. Our Facebook group as well. That's facebook.com/groups/PebbleREI, I believe. Oh my gosh. But we also hover around different groups. Other than that, if you haven't joined the Dirt Hacker Challenge, get your free books. Head out to join me. I'll be running that next in about a little bit over a week's time on the 17th. Other than that, thank you everybody for joining us. Kevin, thanks again as well. We'll see you guys all next week.